So this thing has quickly become my favorite guitar plugin. This is the SpaceBlender from Soundtoys. Just came out last week. I got it for free. I'm not sure if that's because I own the Soundtoys bundle, but I got an email saying I could download it for free by the end of the month if I did it by the end of May. So I did that. I love this thing, man. It's actually got me more into my digital amp sim. Usually I'm always, for my music especially, going through real amps, but this thing, I use it because I have my amps here in the room. The studio's all one room, and for things like ambience and delays, when I'm getting those sounds live as I'm playing, a lot of times it's easier just to use digital because I'm not having to turn down the amps so low that they're not coming through the headphones, things like that. And I very rarely do that. The kind of music I make is less ambient. I do delays and things like that in my music a lot, but for these more ambient type of sounds that are all, by the way, very great presets on here. If there's a preset with the mix knob cranked all the way up for, you know, huge ambient like shoegazy tones, more of like pads, just turn down that mix knob and you have a great preset on pretty much all these. I want to run through a few of these with you, but I wanted to play a little opening thing. That preset is called Bright Follwer, and that's exactly what I did on that preset. It's in the, there's different categories. It's in the reverse category, and it's got the mix knob turned all the way up when you pick that one. So I just turn that down a little below halfway, and it gives you a nice delay and reverb combination coming off the back end of your direct tone. The only thing I'm using is the rat pedal going into this, but it's also really great if you use something like the Strymon timeline before you go into the computer as well. It really adds to that ambience and does a cool thing. That's mostly how I've been playing it, but I wanted you to hear the plugin by itself. So let's get into some more of these tones. On this gated sound, if you go to the gated category, if you go to Velcro, my cat's talking, Ollie. Go to the Velcro. It's a cool preset as well. It's got the mix knob down a little bit. I usually go a little less than halfway. And let me mute this mic and put the guitar tone back on. There's so many of these presets in here that sound good. Let's go just jump around to a few of them. Okay, this one's called Ambient 1. A lot of these have a lot more ambience, more of like a pad sound coming in behind your guitar tone, which is very cool. It's great if you need some inspiration for a song to do this, you know, use delays. Usually I'm doing it with guitar pedals till I got this plugged in. Now we're going to try and use this on some music. I have all the music done for a song right now that's going to be coming out real soon. I'm just tracking the vocals on it, but we're definitely going to start trying some ideas out with this plugin on new songs. So let's listen to this Ambient one. The mix knob on this preset was up about halfway. I just rolled that back a little bit more. Everything else is, these are great presets. Usually I really like to tweak on presets a lot, but these are really great sounds. The only thing I really tweak with on them is the mix knob. There's also a freeze button. So if you hit the freeze, play a note or a chord and then want to play over it and like switch keys or jump around and have something behind, almost like using a looper but with just one solid frozen note, something to play over. It's really cool to do that as well. Just hit that freeze button and play over whatever note or key you're playing in. Then you can take the freeze off, pick another note, play over that, do runs up the neck. It's really a good tool for getting your phrasing to a good place. Phrasing's everything with guitar, and I'm not always the best. Sometimes I just want to rip, but when I'm really playing my best is when I'm thinking about my phrasing, or not thinking about my phrasing, just feeling it, So let's listen to this Ambient one. This thing, it really just makes you want to play. Having that ambience, that reverb and delay there to support what you're doing, really, if you just slide up and down the neck, play, on one string melodic stuff, it's really great for that. I'm just playing off the top of my head here, and it always gives me something back where I get creative, and it's a good tool for being inspired. So check out the SpaceBlender plugin. It's my favorite new plugin for guitar. It might be free, definitely free if you have the Soundtoys bundle with all the plugins. But this is a great tool, great sound. It even makes me like my digital amp sim more. So we're gonna dig into that and use it with the amps as well. It's good to also put in, after you have your music done, try it out on tracks, try it out on drums, try it out on bass, try it out definitely on synths. I'm going to be doing a lot of that as well. I just got a new Poly D synthesizer, and this will be great for that. So this is a great tool for guitar, synth, instruments, even vocals. Mess around with stuff, experiment in your music. Many times it'll take you a great place. Be back with another one real soon.